I'm hoping. So when last time we played, oh goodness, it's not like riding a bike. I can't. Been away for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden I can't control the computer. Typical. Right. So we built up this line here, which was the steel and lumber line, or planks line, and we also built up the backbones so that these had resources coming in and out. So we've got steel going to the machinery and planks coming to the machinery, so that we can then send out machinery to the various cities that need it. I don't think there's another one down here, is there? No. There's one down here as well. So that should help these grow and what have you. I think what I want to do today is move away from this area. We've been pretty predominantly working on these areas up here, these free land masses, and I haven't really focused on this area down here at all. So I think today that's what we'll try and focus on a little bit. It's going to be a bit trickier because there's quite a few different cities around, and what I think I'd like to do is put in a circular line, so that'll be 2 lines going around one whole lap of this area. It's going to be pretty tricky to try and fit it all in and get it going correctly, especially as they're not necessarily in sort of the most circular of fashions. We can work it in though, and I think the biggest trouble that we're going to find is there's a few hills around here. There's quite big hills going through this area, which has a city in the middle, early, and then there's more hills here that block it to, what is this one? Melksham? If I mispronounce things today, please excuse it. I'm probably not going to be able to see things too well, but that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to do, I think, is set these up in a line, going from Rochdale up here, and then come round, and then go up to Early, Meacham, and then on its way back it can hit Winstow, Daventry, and Barking. And what I'd also like to do is link up the ferries here with Malvern on this continent, Melksham, and over down here with Wisbeck and Whitney. I don't know whether we might put in a another train line to connect up these ferries, which would be here, Whitney Port with down here, maybe one with Wisbeck or something, and see how it goes. But that would involve probably changing this train station down here and going from there. So yeah, let's get started on this. I think the first thing I'll need to do, well, I mean, we don't really have to worry too much about money, which is all right. You know, we're making, I mean, yes, some big losses, but those were due to big investments. But I mean, we've got quite a lot in the bank. We've got no loan out, so we've got some more space there for money if we need it. I doubt we will know, though. So yeah. I think what would be quite cool is coming through this area, through these two peaks, and then linking up with a train station down here, and then circling around towards Early, having a train station up here and down here, and then it will have to probably link through these areas. I'm going to go with a 240-meter train station because I don't really think that passenger trains will need, especially on a circular line, 320 meters, and 160 looks a little bit small. Maybe I'll use 160 for some of the smaller cities. Rochdale's is only 70, whereas this one is a 420. So yeah, there's quite a bit of variety here. We've got some smaller train stops on the same line, but linking it all up should mean that there's actually lines between everything, which will be quite cool. All of the cities on the map will be linked up then. So let's go with Rochdale. As it's a bit of a smaller one, I'll go with a bit of a smaller train station. 120 here will do. Rochdale, this one, Oaken Gates even. We might as well go for a bit of a bigger one. And considering we want this to go from down here up and down to East Ham, maybe we should put it on this corner here. That's very close to being a questionable icon. I'm not going to pull any attention to it, but yeah, the logic in the game behind where streets go can be a little bit questionable. So I might just link these up to not allow that. There we go. It's no longer a questionable reference. So I'm just trying to think where we would want the link to come in down here. It looks like there's a bit of a hill here as well. Over here where the forest is. This is my one complaint about this tool, is it's not very easy to tell what is what size. I know they've got like a difference in how white or green it is, but I mean, it's indecipherable really, when only some of these like really high peaks are a little bit green. It makes it a little bit more annoying. I'd quite like maybe 3 tones, so white being mid, and then say, I don't know, just more variety in that. And there's probably a mod, to be fair, for that. I'm going to take out this road because I think I'm going to do a train station here. How big is Barking? Barking's only 90, so we'll make it a little bit smaller. Like so. And then what we could probably do is circle up round. I'm just trying to see the difference in the height. Looks like maybe there's, oh no, that's a road, okay. So there's a difference line here. So I don't know whether this is going higher or not. If we put a ferry port up here somewhere, maybe on the corner, then it can link up with the Snaithcoic one down here, and probably keep on going down up to Malvern. Or we could do something to continue this line down. So maybe Malvern is a stop, and then it comes down to, say, down here, where we've actually done a cutout already for a ferry port back and forth. Something like that might work quite well, because then it'll be linking up with Daventry. Let's have a little look here. So it looks like this is quite flat. I mean, I don't really know. No, that's a road. I mean, it just all looks white. Like, it may just be me, but it's very difficult to tell the difference between these. So if we did like a train station here, and then it comes up to another ferry port up here, that I think would work quite well. I just have to try and think about whereabouts I want the train station to go, because we will be linking up down here and then going up to Melksham. I think actually right here is probably the best place for it. And we've got autosave. It's always right when you want to do stuff, it auto saves. It's not when you've, like just looked away for 5 seconds. It's always, oh no, literally you're just about to go and do something. We'll autosave now. Right, so I think a train line, how big is Daventry? Daventry's pretty big actually, 200. And that's probably going to grow once we have some more things in. So I guess 240 would be a good size. It's not quite as big as some of the other cities further on. So I'll put that there. Winslow is only 70, and that's going to link up over here. So what I want to do is do one probably not too big, and most probably going in that sort of direction. Like, don't know what to do here with trains, because we've got these farms and also a food plant, which would be quite good to link up. So, I mean, we could do something like a railway through here. Sorry, I guess that's not too easy to tell. Like this way. And maybe like a train station here. But then we'd need also pass-throughs for those freight traffic. So we'll do that. I think what I'll try and do is do just a line. How big is early? Only 70, so we'll go with 120, that's fine. Train station going this direction. And then also we'll prepare the pass-through line. So it'll go on the other side. There are other ways to do this. I quite like doing 4 train tracks and then platforms on either side. So you've got the through traffic going through the middle, and then other traffic for the station pulling in when it's needed. But that's a little bit difficult when you've got a turning straight afterwards, because you've got to link up the 2 lines effectively going each way, and then also do a turning. So I think I'll just do this for now and see how it goes. Let's see here. And East Ham is 215, so it's actually quite a big place. We'll go for 240. The annoying thing here is there's a fuel line right in the middle. That's going to get in the way. Let's see here. It's probably time to start linking these up. And the easiest way to do that is to remove the roads that are already there. So prepare your ears. I'm going to do some demolition work. This is a bit close, so I might just remove it, take it back, and then put in a line, or a road, sorry, afterwards, after the fact, that links up these 2 cities. Alright, so I'm going from the line on the inner side of the map. So it may look a bit strange now, but hopefully once I snap it in, it'll... Yeah, there we go. Cool. So it looks like there's a bit of a height difference. And for those who don't know, this will be trying to do as flat a curve as possible. So where the 2 stations are on different heights, it will just draw a line between it, and it looks like the bit in between is a bit lower than normal, or lower than what's the word I'm looking for? There's a bit more of a hill here than down here, so it's flat and then a curve and up. I'm not really describing this very well, typically, but what I've done here is I've made the middle bit go down a little bit so it matches the curve. I think that was 2, yeah, 2 down. But I think what I'll do is I'll change this to ground. We've got a bit of a problem with the way it's textured, or well, the the geometry hasn't really worked here, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. I think that's probably going to be the best scenario for us. It's cheaper, but it's limited to like 56 miles an hour, whereas if you use the ground, then it's 75, which might not matter now, but it will matter shortly once trains start to get a little bit faster. So let's put in a line next to it. There we go. If anyone knows of a way to fix where where this happens, for lack of a better word, it's like a cliff, then please let me know. But I don't know. I think it's just a glitch in the game, and it's just the way that these render for some reason. Like I said, it looks like a cliff rather than a bank, like this bit has done. I don't know of a way around it, unfortunately, so it does look a bit horrible, but there's not much we can do about that. I think it's literally just if you do long lines like this, or long tracks, it will do that. Are those not linked up? I don't think they're snapped together, which is what I want. Is that done? Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell, but I think that's snapped to it now. There we go, put that in. And yes, it does look a bit strange. And oh, it's moved the trees actually. It's gone through, so that's a bit interesting. I guess it just literally moves the plane that would be this geometry. So yeah, I guess it just literally adapts it. So where it's done a cliff here, it might be that the adaptation hasn't actually deformed the I don't know whether it would be, I guess it would be the geometry, not the actual texture properly. It's just a weird thing. I don't know. Anyway, that's the first link in. So let's take again the one from the inner side. Take it down this way, and actually it fits in quite nicely. I'm going to have to remove that road so that the road doesn't affect it, because sometimes you'll have the train track come up to where the road is rather than it just going through, because it doesn't really matter whether a road is flat or not. I mean, it does, because it still affects the traffic that goes along it, but in this case we want the train line to be as flat as possible, so going one way or the other there is no slope, because obviously that would be better for the trains. So if we do that one in, and then snap that one next to it, there we go. So that's that line in. Now we have to just bring it up here. It's going to have to go through these two sections, so we're going to delete these roads. We'll probably replace it with something that looks a little bit better, so that's fine. I mean, it'll probably still be a single lane highway, or a single, it's a single lane either way is what I'm trying to say. Not, yeah, like this. It'll probably be exactly the same. Dirt and not tarmac yet, but that's fine. So let's see here. Alright, so I have two choices. I can either take it straight into where the train line's going to go, and then have a divert to go around it, or I could just link straight into the divert and then have the other ways around be, well, the stop be the optional way through. I might actually do that because there's probably going to be more. We had a road here, that's annoying. So you can see like the train lines adapted to where the road is, which is not what we want. I'd rather it just almost remove the road. Right, so we have a bit of a tunnel and two bridges either side. Not gonna lie, it'd probably be better if it was just a little bit further down. Oh, maybe not like that. Maybe like that. Again, we've had a bit of a problem with the thing. So we've got a tunnel going through, and then either side, it looks like there's a bit of a dip. In fact, we can probably use this to demonstrate it quite well. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a dip here, which is why this goes up and then obviously through the line here. So this will be as straight as possible or as flat as possible, no matter what happens. There we go. Right, so that's that section of the line in. It's quite a bit broken, really, but never mind. It kind of deforms the land, and you know, if we wanted this to be a lot more sort of role play-y, I think that it probably need to go a little bit lower down, and this part of tunnel would be longer. But this is fine because it'll keep the line nice and flat and keep the speed up between the two areas. Oh no, this is really annoying. It's not linked up. So I'm removing this because, as you can see here, it's not aligned itself right next to it, which is what I wanted it to do in the first place. It's just done the turn itself, but that's fine. We'll just remove the old and put in new. Annoyingly, we don't seem to be getting refunded for this. I guess because the game's playing, it's gone past the point that you can get a refund, because if you pause it, then you get a refund. I know for sure. For the section of track that you've got to delete. We'll just take this back to the tunnel to make sure that it is all connected and linked up. Because I want it to snap to the other line, so that it's pretty much the exact same just next to it. Like so. Right, we're going to link this back in. I'll try and keep it as long as possible, so then it keeps the speed going through it. And what we'll do is we'll take out this bend to align itself with the actual this isn't working. Okay, let's do it this way. Oh dear, that's not gone right. It snapped to the wrong piece of track. Trying to get this to snap is not the easiest thing. There we go. So it's as little as a bend as it can be to ensure that the speeds are kept up through it. Let's just double check the speed limits. So it's all 75, but I think that's because apart from here it's 70. I think that's because it's limited by 70 this actual track, because you get another track, high-speed track, which can go up to, I think it's like 120 or maybe faster. Don't ask me what the difference is. This one's brown, the other one's like white. Other than that, I can't really tell what the difference is. That's a bit beyond me. Alright, so what we want to do is link it up down here. So we'll need to put in... Oh, this game's playing as well, so we should probably put in a road through from Rochdale to Oakendale. So, because that's what's complaining here, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. What I think I'll do is I'll do a line either side of it, and then do a tunnel underneath here, which has actually automatically done the tunnel in, which looks alright. If it wasn't through a bit that was glitched, then it would look better, but never mind. And what I'll do is I'll do a turn here. Not quite like that. Like so. There we go. We'll put in a line there, and then that pretty much lines up straight into that. And then we have a Rochdale and Oakendale connection. Is it Oakendale or Oakengates? oaken gates, even. Right, so we want to put in a train line up at here. I think I'm going to do it this side, which does mean that I've got to remove these roads. Melksham's going smaller, but it's a fairly large city starting out. So what we'll do is we'll go 160, sort of middle of the road, and hopefully in time we'll be able to grow it. And then what we'll need to do is do a line between here and here, but first a line from here up to Melksham. That removes a farm field, which I don't really want to do. Maybe I can take it a little bit lower so it goes underneath. Maybe not. I think what would probably be best is to put in some line that we know is where it needs to go. So if we do that, and then it will link up here. Not like that. Like so. And then it'll be a tunnel from there through. And what I really like about these tunnels is they give you a vertical slice of the mountain that it's going through. So you can see the mountain is there's quite a peak here, but then there's a flat bit. So if we wanted to, we could try and use those flat bits for the train line. I'm not going to, but if we wanted to, yeah, we could probably use that. It's a cool little feature that you know, it doesn't have to be there. It's just something to help illustrate where the tunnel's going and where it's going through. Right, so we'll link that up there, make sure they snap. And I mean, this is probably going to be a through line as well. Right. I'm going to have to delete these roads here and put something in. There we go, so that's ready to put in its line. Right, so it's reporting that it's got a collision here, obviously with this forestry area. It's oh so slight though. I mean, we could go underneath maybe. If we went over, we could do that. No, bridge pillar collision. Okay. let's just make a middle way and then connect them up either end. Is there any? Yes, there's a bridge here. All right, we want to take it out. We don't want to use bridge. We want to use just good old dirt. Dirt's very pliable. You can do a lot with it. Let's just try and... I don't know, to me it looks like that's a bit lower than the other one. But it does say that it's linked up, or snapped to it. I don't know. Unless it just does it from to the point that you've done to. And because we had that middle bit, this would be where it's differing. Maybe. I don't know. Right, so we've done this section of track. These want to connect up. We'll need to remove these roads. As I do. I just prefer it without the roads, and then it doesn't affect the line going between it. There's a collision somewhere. Let's try from the other way. There we go. That links up that section. Now, this next bit, so we're going to want to connect it up down here. But in the meantime, I'm thinking we're putting another ferry port here. Connect up down here. So we're going to need to put in the ferry port first, and what I might do is alter some of this land a little bit. There we go. Put in a little cut in. Like this. Put in a little train station. 160 is probably a good little size for it. It's annoying because I'd quite like to make it a little bit larger, but it doesn't snap to the road. It doesn't snap to the road's height if you don't have it a bit. It might be better actually for the train if we put it further away, and then we can always have a road between them. I think that should be fine. There we go. Let's see, we want to connect it up down here, so we're going to need to remove some of this road. And then if I put in a train track, where does it route? So once you snap it here, it should take a different route, but it is going through things. Okay, maybe we'll need to do a bit in the center to ensure that it doesn't go through this these two mines. We can do something there. That's absolutely fine. So if we put in a middle bit, like so, then these connect up down here, and this side connects up on the other side. There we go, put that in like so. And we're almost done. I think this will be the last link for the physical track. And then we just have to put in, obviously, all the lines and all the stops and what have you. But it's almost, it's getting there. We've got 2 links that we've removed. That's fine. We can put those in afterwards. And if anything, we're helping the links between these cities more than anything. So, I'm not that sympathetic to their complaints. Right, so we've got the tunnel going through here, which is actually quite good. So we've got a line here potentially for the ore for this this bit here, the factory, the steel mill. There we go, that was the final connection in. One thing we do need to do is connect up down here. So I want to make it as a little of an impact as possible. So I think putting in a line here maybe would be best. It's not gonna... Let's just put it as far as possible. And then we'll do another one next to it. We'll remove out those lines that conform to the other track because that's not what we want to do. And then we'll connect in down here, like so. There we go, that's all done. Right, so next step is to put in the line. I think what I'll do is I'll put in, well actually let me think about where we'll put the train depot. Probably somewhere centrally, so somewhere around here is probably best. So let's put in a line. It's going to go up to East Ham, over to here, down to here. So that's the first circular line. That is, what is that? Let me think. Counterclockwise. And then we'll do one clockwise. So that's going to be the clockwise line. Right, so let's just make a note of these. Whoops. Should have checked my caps lock. I quite like the blue, so I'm going to go with it and make the other one a sort of turquoisey colour. But there's still a long ways to go before these are set up. We've got to do the, well, we've got to put the trains on. We've got to then also put bus routes through all the cities to feed these lines. And we've also got to replace the links that are gone, so what this is complaining about. So I might as well just get on and do that now. Malvern to Daventry. Oh, really? Down here? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we'll put that line back in. I think what I'll try and do is link these up either side like that, and we'll also have one coming out this way. also need to link up Winslow and Melksham, or Meeksham, because we took this out. So we'll do this way. I'm going to do this in sections. So that it doesn't, so it conforms to the land rather than sort of just cutting through it. There we go, that deals with that. And then, oh, we also need to put in the stops, which is fine, we can do that. But for now, I think we'll focus on doing bus routes. We need to do bus routes through each city to the train line. So the passengers go on the bus route to the train line, and then on the train line to the city that they want to go to, and then on the bus route there to wherever they need to go. We might as well start with the biggest one, Oaken Gates. What I'm doing here is just completing these cutouts. And it just makes it a little bit easier to do a circular line around. I think we'll do sort of a bus route down here. So what I want to do is remove these buildings and make it the bigger building. So if we remove those out, then we switch it to passenger building, go for the biggest one because this is the biggest city in this area. Maybe do like one either side, and then some of these smaller ones, whoopsie, like so. And then maybe we'll do some of the smaller ones down here because this is where we're going to put the bus line. I think that will count as a connection. Might as well put it in as a electric tram line. Okay, so it's not actually a connection, which is a bit annoying. Maybe we need to make it a specific, like this one, like so. And then it'll be like the main entrance over here, but then side entrance for the tram side of things. I'm wondering whether, because Oaken Gates is quite large, we should have two circular routes, one doing a central line and then one doing an outer line. Although when you typically do that, it just uses the central line. It doesn't utilize the outer line as much. It often is a case of it uses the stop that has the most coverage. So for example here, where it pretty much covers the entire city, everything would prioritize to go there. So I think we'll probably get away with just doing one. It'll be fine. Maybe something like that. And then one thing we could do is a little, almost like what you'd expect to see, there's a little drop-off area, sort of a cul-de-sac. So we use the smallest roads. We won't put any actual tram line on it, and then we'll link up with this section here, and then that will then have the electric and use the bigger road to connect up down here, like so. There we go. We'll link it up over here once this grows out. Maybe we could just do that now. So if I continue this out, and then select that in, and what I may well do is do another sort of drop-off section over here, something like this. There we go, that connects up to be the line out. Right, I'm just going to do a line through. And then connect up down here. When the autosave finishes. There we go. Do another one over here. So how well do these cover Oaken Gates? Alright, I think there might be a little bit of, oh no, there's a bit of crossover there. Actually, that's worked really quite well. There might be a bit of a problem down here. No, there isn't even. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. So we'll put in the tram line. Because it's a bigger city, trams should be fine. There we go. So this is Oaken Gates tram line. Right, so we put in that tram line now. That'll mean that Oaken Gates can go in, connect even to the train line. What I might do is just change the colours. If the other one's gone pink, we might as well keep that. I don't know whether I prefer that. Or do I want to go like that? Okay, so we need to buy some trams. The best ones we have are these. These are electric, actually. We've gone from horse to steam to electric in three changes. You would have thought that there'd be a little bit more variety between them, but never mind. Yeah, we'll get a couple of these. What I'll do is buy 4, so I'll put 1 on either side, and then once they get to sort of the other side of the city, I'll put the other 2 on. So it's something I want to keep an eye on. I'm going to wait till they get down here and cross over, and then pause the game and put the next 2 on. Okay, so they're starting to get close to each other. I don't want to do it right as they cross over, because these would need to come out onto the tracks. So if we do one on one side and then the other on the other side, like so, then hopefully by the time they've gotten out, these 2 will cross over. I might be a little bit hopeful there. Well, it's as close as it can be, I think. So what I need to do is name these lines. What's the name of this place? Bugger. I pressed the wrong button and it's just replaced it all. Never mind, let's try that again. There we go, and this is already getting quite a lot of use, which is great to see. So put in the depot, put it in quite a central position. One thing that is a bit bad about these being here is if I want to put in a cross through, not a cross through, a fly through, I'm going to have to do something with these. I might even just put it in from here or something, or move these so that they're out of the way. But for now, they're fine. What we will do is we'll need to buy some trains. Let's check what locomotives we have. The A35, they're pretty good. I mean, they're the first ones that go up to quite a lot of speed, so that'll be good. So what do we have? 6-wheelers that go to 62 mile an hour. How far can we take them until they go to mediocre? 70 capacity, that's not bad. I think maybe 6 going either way. It's going to be a tall order to make that profitable, but we will do that. We'll see what we have to do. I can't remember which colour these are. I'll go with that one. Get another 6. We're going to need to keep an eye on these and let them out fairly evenly. If we're going to do 6, then maybe like 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Yeah. I think first, what I'll try and do is get the tram lines and train and bus lines going through these cities, and then take it from there. East Ham's 215. It's already fairly big, but we'll just put the bus nearby. There we go, that's the line phased ham done. Like so. There we go. Put in a little tunnel and it goes underneath, and I think that that's alright. Means that the traffic won't affect this line as well, which is good. I'm not a fan, personally, of yellow, so I'm going to change it to green. And there we go, now we have 2 green. Yay! Green for West Ham, sure. I don't actually know what sort of colours West Ham's... I mean, the football teams, I think it's like sort of a purpley colour, sort of a deep maroon. So maybe green's not really accurate, but in this, in Moratania, it is. So there we go. Right, so that's that tram line in. We want to put in a bus line down here. There we go, nice little funky thing. Alright, so we want to make a sort of circular possibility. I don't think we really need to put any stops over here, but then again, to future-proof it, I might as well. So we'll put one in over here that's going to go nowhere. But it does mean if this road continues up, or this road, then it should have a connection here. In fact, let's just try that. Annoyingly, it's put a connection in between, which means these are two different roads. So I'll just put in bus at the same point. I know I like to put them apart so that the traffic can build up behind it and not affect the junction behind. But with that one up there, that's just how it's going to have to be. There we go. Right, so we've got the name there. We just need to do one for the other side. There we go. Right, we want to put in a bus line. So let's use this depot down here. Get a couple of buses. Oh, I guess they're going to be little carts. Pretty cute. Let's put in 2 either side. So we'll put 2 either side. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of yellow, so let's change this one to red. And that can go with the other line's colour. They look quite similar, but never mind, that's absolutely fine. And we'll take it from there. I think Meaksham's still a little bit too small for a tram line just yet. We'll do something like that and then put a connection on the other side. That connection will go out this way, but this other one will come down. Like so. I might do something a little bit differently here because this line's obviously, this road's where it's going to be coming in and out. Unless we did something, I don't know. Maybe it'll come in up this way. Who knows? We'll need to see. Whichever way it routes. There we go. It does come up and come back down in that way. Okay, cool. There we go. I'll tell you what, Meeksham can be yellow. We'll do a yellow line. yellow and, I don't know, orange? Yeah, that makes sense. Reminds me, actually, I need to change these to bus routes. Cool. Okie dokie. So let's do down here. One thing I think I might do with Meeksham is put in a ferry port, but we'll leave that for now. It's something that I'll have to look into because I don't know where would be best to put it. Probably down here or something away from the other roads. But yeah, let's focus on getting these buses sorted out for Meeksham. So I think what we'll do is 4 either side. Oopsie daisy. There we go. So those vehicles will be coming down. I prefer the purple, but I think I probably already have a purple. Maybe we'll just go with the purple. Maybe we can make one of them the other purple. So they're extremely similar, but one is slightly different. Wind slow 75. I think that'll be fine with just 2, to be honest. So put on 2. So we'll let those come down, and then the next one will be Daventry. This says it can't connect. Why can't it connect? There we go, that sorts it out. Have I put these both on the same line? No, I haven't. Why are they... Oh, it's turned around. Okay. Even though there's no way for them to turn around, it's fine. It turns around. Cool. Alright, the next one's barking. There we go. Right. So now we've got all these different ones connected up. Yep, we've got bus line there. Tram lines connected up. What about down here? Bus. Down here we've got buses. And over here then we've got buses as well. But did I rename these? Yeah, bus. Cool. These are trams. Got trams there. Okay. Right. So I think the next step will be to release these trains into the wild, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to add each train in a what's the word I'm trying to think of? I'm going to release them at a steady flow. One thing I need to do first is put stops. Right. Come on, autosave. There we go. So I'm just putting these stops in equal, sort of fairly equidistant point, and I'm also putting one on before and after the train station. I'll just do this for now, but if we do put more lines on a particular set of track, then I'll need to put more stops in so that everything flows a little bit better. All right. Let's put these in. And then down here. There's the thing, we'll put it there. We've almost gone all the way around our track, which is good because this is quite boring, I find. It's it's cool once you've got a few trains going backwards and forwards, because you can find ways to optimize it so that the trains can sort of flow freely. What I'm going to do is put no there, so this basically means that trains can go the other way if they need to, but it should mean that trains come out to those spots. So let's hit play. What I'm going to do is keep this up here. I think when it gets to Rochdale, I'll let the next two on. I'm hoping that if I do each one when the last one gets to Rochdale, it should evenly spread them out, and hopefully it'll be enough for, well, we'll have enough, but if not, then I can always add another train onto it. We've got plenty of money. We've got about 270 odd, almost 200, almost 300 million. So we've got plenty cash in the coffers. And oh, that's already gone past. Serves me right for not paying too much attention. Right, so that allows this next train to go. There we go. There we go. So once these are done, then hopefully we'll have evenly spread out trains going both ways, both directions, and they'll properly suffice the line. Just trying to think of the words. They'll provide the supply for the demand that's already there, hopefully. These are cracking. They're going 62 mile an hour. They're picking up a lot of speed. Right, they're getting close to their destination where I'll put the next one on. So I'll pause it now. Why is it not? Is it not on the line? Hang on, what's going on here? Is it the wrong? So this one's number 1. This should be number 2. But it's number 9. And early is number 8. Is this going the wrong way round? Are they both going the wrong way round? No, hang on. 1, 9. Hold on, what's going on here? What's happened? So we got Oaken Gates, then that one, then this one. Right. But what? Eh? Why is it done it this way? Have I done the same here? No, this is going the right way around. I'm confused. That's correct. 1, 2, 3. But it's using the other line. So it's effectively doing like 1 going. What? um, it's going the wrong direction. What's going on here? I'm a little bit confused. I don't know why that's happened. That's a little bit strange. Why? I've never seen that before. Why has it done it this way round? It's almost like it's just on the wrong track. So it's going all the way around. It's going 1, 2, but going all the way around the. This is. This is a little bit annoying. Okay. Okay, I think the best thing to try here is just removing the trains and then setting up the lines again. And hopefully they'll be put on correctly. And of course, the autosave kicks in. Why couldn't you have done this 5 seconds ago, like when I was actually like not doing anything, trying to work out what's going on? Autosave always picks the worst times. Right, I think we're just going to have to scrap these. And then what we'll need to do is put these new lines in. Which one is this using? Number 1. Okay, good. So now it'll come down here. Yeah, okay, now it's using the right side. So we'll do that. We'll take one down here. I don't know where that was going, but never mind. Put one in here. And try this again. So we put one in there. Yeah, that's automatically gone to the right one. Right, there we go. This might be where the problem's arisen. There we go. Right. Funnily enough, these are the exact same colours, so I don't know why that's picked the same colours. I guess it's just the way the game puts them on. I don't know. Right, let's put one there and one there. And I think what I'll do is just get rid of these. So once we've removed those, what we can do is take these lines. In fact, I'm going to name them first. So there we go. So what we're going to do is once this train gets to Rochdale, we'll put a new one on for both of these. Right, so I've got that ready. So once this one gets to Rochdale, I'll click this button, it will clone them and put them back on this line, and then we'll follow the next one. So I was a little bit concerned why it didn't go through, why it didn't stop at Rochdale, but obviously that's the reason why. It was set up somehow wrong, and I don't really know why, but never mind. It's all set up now. So waiting until they get to Rochdale. And now it should be coming to a stop. There we go. And once it sets off again, we'll click the button. There we go. And then we'll take the next one and follow it and do the same thing. I guess it would be worthwhile keeping an eye on this other one as well. Right, so once this gets to Rochdale, we can clone it again, and it should mean that they're evenly spaced out. We're just going to wait for it to get there. Here we go, it's slowing down to get to Rochdale, and when it makes its way out, I'll do the same thing, click the button, we're just waiting for it, it's up now, there we go. Right, now we need this one, yeah. There we go. So these will go around to Rochdale. Where's the first one now? It's coming up to the ferry or the harbour. So that's doing quite well. It's pretty spread out from the other two. So I guess we'll stop following these trains and adding more to the lines when the first one gets back to Rochdale, maybe, or even to the train depots. I think that probably makes sense. Right, this one's almost at Rochdale now, so we'll clone and put some more on the lines once this starts moving. Any second now. 3, 2, 1, there we go. There we go, so we need to put the next one on, which would be this one. And that one's gone to Daventry, so it's about, well, it's the other side of this. It's down in the other direction. It may be worth having a little bus route between Daventry and, oh, what's this one? Oaken Gates. Because that way it will act like a cut through between the two longest parts of the lines, but obviously they're quite close at that point. Meanwhile, the original train is just coming out of Winslow, so it'll make its way round up here to East Ham eventually. This is coming down to Rochdale now, so we've got to get ready to place another one, but autosave's doing its thing. Good old autosave. Right, 3, 2, 1. Maybe not quite. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right, where's this other one? It's about to go through that first tunnel to get to, I can't remember the name of the city here, Early. So we'll see how that does. These are going to be quite expensive lines, I think. But hopefully, once we start building up these cities, because at the moment, not many of them have any of their freight demands met, which potentially is partly the reason for what we're seeing. Once those are, then it may improve the situation quite a lot. Okay, it's coming down to Rochdale, and when it goes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm close. I'm not quite there yet. So I'll follow this next one. Where is the original train? Oh, it's coming back around. So this might be it. This might be the last train that we put on. I don't know. There's about 6 trains a line, which is what I originally thought it would need, which is pretty cool. So let's see, when this train gets to Rochdale, will the original train pretty much be at the depot. In fact, we may pass the original train for the other line en route, so that'll be pretty cool. It may well be best just not to clone these because they're so close together now. There we go, there goes the first train of the other line. And this way, they're all spread out. They're not sort of 5 trains following each other at the exact same spot. And wow, the original train's filled at the moment. It's got 70 passengers. So that's really great. I wasn't expecting that, but then again, East Ham's pretty big. I guess East Ham to Oakengate's pretty much gonna do it. And I mean, we're close, and I'm not gonna get any more. I was correct in saying that 6 would be what we need. And I think what I'll finally do is just look at putting in a bus route between these 2 cities because it may help connections. So put one here and then one down here. The only problem is it may remove demand from the train line, which I don't want to do, of course. Although, I mean, it's not every day that you have an intercity bus route that makes sense. So I think this might work. I need to choose a different color. What are the other colors down here? These are yellow and brownish. The other ones are pinkish. Let's go with blue. Nice blue. Deep blue. I'll name this. There we go. So I would space these out, but it's going to be so tricky, especially with traffic on the line. I'll get about 20. Oh, maybe not. There we go. So now we've got a bus route going between 2 of the bigger cities, Oakengates and Daventry. So it may reduce how much use the train line gets, but personally, I'd rather have the link there, especially where the cities are so close together. Even maybe with Winslow, and putting in a bus route between these potentially could be a thing. But for now, we'll leave it at Daventry and Oakengates as they're the 2 larger cities. Winslow's not quite big enough to warrant it. Needs barking. But the next thing I want to do is put in this ferry route. So I'm thinking a ferry route that goes straight up this river, goes to Malvern, goes to Melksham, and also goes to Winslow, Wisbeck even. And then we could even put in another one on this side to meet up with this line over here at Whitney. I don't know whether I'll put in a train line back and forth because that would allow people to also go up to Edgware quite easily. But for now, we'll leave it at connecting it up with these multiple cities. So first things first, we want a connection here between these 2. I normally just do these lines between 2 ferry stops. So putting one in that does multiple stops is not really something I normally do. So it'll be interesting to see how this does. Let's use the nearest boat. Where is the nearest boat depot? I think it's probably up here. I think I've only got one boat depot, don't I? Yeah. Okay. But which boat do we use? We've got the Klondike, which goes 90 mile an hour and can take 110 people. We got the Frontenac. It's a bit of a mouthful. 17 mile an hour and 85. I think we'll go with the Klondike, and we'll get a bunch of them. Get about 5. Just pop them on this line. They're going to be red because matches the line, and then that's the wrong line. Oh, bugger. Which line was... Did I put them on here? No. Where did I put them? Did I put them on this line? Oh, I've lost me boats. There they are. Right. Got the wrong colour line. There we go. That one. Okay, so now we'll have a connection to this one down here at Snaithcoic, and that will connect up to this line, which allows them to go to Wiveliscombe. I'm British and I can't even pronounce some of these words. It's a bit weird. For now, it's probably best if we just add another connection onto these. But having a train line come down might be a future project that we do to connect up to a ferry port down here. There we go. So if we connect up, we could just do one coming out on the back here. And that'll connect up quite nicely. There we go. Right, we need the nearest depot for that one. Somewhere around here, I think there's one here? No, here. That's trams. Where is it? Where's the nearest one? Ah, don't know. Slightly annoying. Is this it? No, that's tram. Oh, spot the depot. I can't find it. Is it down here? There's one. I'll start with 5 for this line. So that'll be for Malvern. Let's link these up. Right, so we've got those boats en route. We'll do another connection down here, I think. I don't know whether I'm tempted to put a ferry line over here, but I think I'll do it down here because then we can do that other line over here. So what we're doing is creating a line backwards and forwards for these boats to follow. Wisbec's quite an interestingly formed city, with especially like I quite like how this there's a triangle down here and what have you. So I might try and lean into that a little bit. with the line that I put in. There we go. Let's put these lines in. There we go. Alright, so let's put... We need some buses on this line. I think it's... Wisbec's pretty big, isn't it? It's got 357. So I'll put 4 on each line. Alright, I'm gonna try connecting up here to here. And there to there. Do a little interesting shape there. Let's swap these over so they're going the right way. Like so. I quite like that. I quite like Wisbec's little interesting line, circular line round. The next one would just be, I think, a bus for now. See how popular it gets, and then maybe it can warrant a train line. But for now, I think putting it in here, like so. Right, so let's put one in here. I think there's a better way of naming these, and I think I'll name them by the city, so... There we go, we've got another line there, so we just need to add these in. There we go, let's see how that does. It should be pretty good, I feel. That'll be a good little line. So, let's just double check this. Yeah, it's got some buses on it. This one has as well, doesn't it? Yeah, cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm happy with our progress. Let's see here. How's this line doing? So it's not really making money yet. That's to be expected. Really, I've put them in so that the connections are there. How are these buses doing? Yeah, they haven't made any money yet. Probably because they're going backwards and forwards and they're pretty slow. But we'll see how that does with time. Let's see how these do. They're still making their way down. It might help if we put it on a bit of a faster speed, so I've just done that. I don't know why the boats do this on this game. They sort of snake rather than just going for straight. I guess they're trying to find their way down to the line, and then once they're on the line they can path normally, hopefully. It is a little bit odd though. So Anyway, I think this is a good point to leave it. I've added in a fair few more lines and everything's connecting up now, which is really cool. We're waiting to see how popular these lines will be. It's difficult to know for sure how they'll do, but where quite a few different cities are connected up, I think it'll prove quite profitable. Even if we have to maybe remove one or two boats, because they are quite high capacity boats, 110 each. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Maybe consider subscribing to know when I go live with these next. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.